In the heart of old Japan, a phrase was whispered, Ukiyo, the floating world. A world where the gaze shifted from the heavens above to the fleeting joys of life below, where candlelit streets, geishas in silk, and the thunder of kabuki stages told stories of impermanence, of beauty, and of the now. From the bustling cities of Edo, Kyoto, and Osaka, artists captured these moments in brushstrokes and woodblock prints, treasures that we knew they too would fade. Today, that spirit drifts into a new form. Ukiyo Tarot takes the grace and elegance of centuries past and points them anew, with the vibrancy of modern anime art. Join me as we wander through this deck together, a bridge between eras, a dance between the past and the present, and a reminder that all beauty is fleeting, yet eternal in memory. Hello my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. How is everyone doing? So firstly, apologies with everything being out of sync. There was no video yesterday. I was away yesterday visiting friends in the Derbyshire Peak district before they moved, which was lovely, really enjoyed that. But I had scheduled a Destiny deck to go out, which was the Smith Tiny. And then I did 3 on Monday and scheduled Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, just to get me through to today. And on Tuesday night, I put up Tarot of the Goddesses. And within an hour, YouTube took it down and gave me a warning saying that there was sexually explicit scenes and nudity. And so I appealed it, but it said that could take up to so many weeks. So I then made the video, which should have been on Wednesday night, last night, live. So people at least got something on Tuesday. But then within the hour, they put Tarot of the Goddesses back up with an 18 plus age restriction, which I've got no problem. You know, all my videos are set to not for kids anyway. It is an adult channel. But it has made me a little bit cautious around just doing first impression videos. Now, the good thing about decks that I'm reviewing from Cheryl over at Oneness Emporium is we do get to have a brief look at them during... Oh, there's drilling happening now. Can you hear that? You can't make this up. Anyway, we do get to have a brief look at them. And even if we don't look at every card, because, you know, both Cheryl and I know that I'm going to do a full walkthrough, they're open and therefore I can have a check. There's no nudity or anything in this deck, so that's good. Do I pause this video and wait for the drilling to stop? Do you know, it's one of those weeks. So I'm 9 days in without any hot water. I've got to sit in today and tomorrow in case they come today and tomorrow to have a look at it. It's been a nightmare. I was 6 days without internet. Every time I take some time off work, I tell you. Okay, it's 10 minutes later. We've had about 2 minutes without any drilling, so I'm going to carry on and hopefully they've done whatever it was, that whatever shelf they wanted to put up has now been put up. So that's why there was no video yesterday, because we would have had Tarot of the Goddesses on Tuesday evening and Smith Tiny on Wednesday evening. And as it turned out, I ended up then, because they put the age restriction and put it back up, I'd got 2 that went out on the same evening. But we are where we are. Today, we're going to be looking at the third deck that came in through Spotlight that are from Lo Scarabeo in these new designs. The other one was the Fairy Tale Tarot that I showed last week. Really loving these packaging and presentations. As I said, they're in a linen box. They're really sturdy, and 100% improvement on the old flimsy Lo Scarabeo tuck boxes. I do feel that we should praise where praise is due, because Lo Scarabeo do feel like a publishing company that listen to the tarot community. You know, when you think of the changes that they've made over the years in terms of taking off the multiple languages that were all over the cards, they then went to symbols, they've then improved the card stock, they bring out kit versions to give, you know, those who want to pay a little bit more and have a big book and everything like that. So really, a company that uses their marketing team well, and you know, have got their finger on the pulse. So big up Lo Scarabeo. But let's bring the camera down. So we're here, as I mentioned, to look at Pietro, I think that's probably how you spell it, Torino, and it's the Ukiyo Tarot, a journey into the floating world. So Ukiyo literally means floating world. And we're just going to do a walkthrough of this deck. I'll share my first impressions because I haven't looked at every single card other than a quick flip through, and Cheryl informed me that there's no nudity in this deck. So the term ukiyo, it emerged in the 17th century, and it describes a vibrant, pleasure-seeking culture that was found in cities like Edo, or I think actually the E is pronounced as A, so it's probably Edo, Kyoto and Osaka, and a shift from a heavenly focus to the joys of the present, inspired by a flourishing art movement. This deck portrays geishas, kabuki actors, sumo wrestlers. It really taps into that Japanese culture, but also more than that, everyday life through these stunning paintings and woodblock prints. So let's open it up. So as you can see, it's linen on the inside as well. A really nice sturdy box. Love this design. It's very pagan. I mean, it must be a Japanese symbol as well, but it really reminds me of the spiral, the triple moon, very sort of Triskeli. So I really like that. So it's released 2025 in April, so it's been out a couple of months. We're getting 48 pages in English. I'll do what I did on the other two decks as well, and just tell you about this, the Floating World Tarot, the Ukiyo Tarot. The Japanese term ukiyo literally is floating world, embodies an artistic and cultural concept that developed in Japan during the Edo period of 1603 to 1868. It evokes the essence of the impermanence and transience of human experiences, as well as an urban lifestyle dedicated to the pursuit of pleasure in all its forms. It is precisely a careful historical and artistic reflection on the term that inspired the artwork of this tarot deck. The world you see represented here is a timeless realm which has roots in Japanese culture but expands beyond it, generating characters immersed in perpetual enchantment with a fleeting beauty that conceals an arcane melancholy. Every moment, while shining with splendor and meaning, is the origin of its own end, instilling in the human soul sentiments of nostalgia and regret for what is destined to vanish. Wow. Accepting the mutability of things means living in the present moment completely, This is very Buddhist, so I'm not surprised really. The Buddhism that I used to practice was a Japanese school of Buddhism called the Soka Gakkai. Welcoming in all its forms and meanings, the term Ukiyo thus becomes a key to interpreting these tarot cards, providing a perspective through which to grasp the complexity and depth of human experiences. The journey undertaken with these cards is an opportunity to reflect on yourself, on the nature of your experiences, and on the transient beauty of everything that surrounds you. Wow, yeah, so really living in the moment and appreciating what life is like in that split second, because it's transient, it shifts, it moves, and before we know it, we're in a different age, different surroundings, different people around us. So we get a probably a paragraph for each card, as you can see here. They're not particular names of characters like deities or angels, or they are characters. So it would say for the lovers, two young figures embrace each other with tenderness. Now, a lot of the art style isn't the sort of art style. Apologies, I got a call from the district heating team. An engineer is on his way. He's just finishing a job, so I'll try and get through this video, but if there's another interruption, that's because he's arrived. But at least it's being sorted today. Yay, hot water again after 9 days. So yeah, so just to finish off that, you know, I think it's really important that we always live in the present moment, because that's the only thing that we can experience fully. You know, the past is a memory trace, that's all that is. And it's fine to look back but not live there. You know, I think it's very nostalgic to look back and have fond memories, but we have to appreciate the moment we're in now, and the future isn't guaranteed. It's not happened, doesn't exist anywhere yet. So just appreciating what we have around us, and also the concept of, you know, not denying ourselves certain pleasures in life if we enjoy it, because as we said, you know, time is fleeting. So enjoy what there is to enjoy. So yeah, so the Ukiyo Tarot captures these kind of timeless concepts, but is reimagining, get your words out, the past of that, you know, 17th century period, with a modern anime inspired style. That's what I was saying when the phone rang. I'm not somebody who is into anime. I've got nothing against it. It's just not my preferred art style. I think the older I get, the more rigid I become with this type of art that I like. I love oil paintings, I love watercolors. I don't like vector art. I don't like a lot of computer generated art. Some of these cards though are absolutely beautiful, and what I did notice as I flicked through, the Tower card in particular in this deck is stunning. Love the backs. I really love this this spiral. I love like the sun rays. I love the three within spirituality is really important anyway, isn't it? Whatever you believe, things, the importance of three. So I love that. Excuse me. So let's have a closer look at the cards. So here we have our full. What I do like as well is they're all set against a dark, usually black background, which makes it quite dramatic as well. Not always black, sometimes a very deep reds and purples and things like that, but they're on a dark background. Does have a border. I know not everybody likes borders, I was surprised because the other two decks, the Goddesses and Fairy Tale, they have got a panel at the bottom for the number and title, but it's borderless on 3 sides at least, but this has gone to having a dark black border, which I guess is in keeping with the art style as well. Same on the back. So here's our magician. Quite a traditional tradition here. I love the waxy candles. We've got the sword, the pentacle, the cup. It's also got some wine look. So yeah, and the full moon in the background, it's beautiful. Love the high priestess. She is so beautiful. The empress, very dark empress. But you see the trees behind her, which is just stunning. The emperor, very fiery emperor card. Got all this lava, molten rock, and the Hierophant. Again, nods to tradition as well with the Hierophant staff here. He's also got that symbol. I might have to look that up, see if I can find what it is. Just bear with me a second. Okay, so I was able to find some information out. At first, there are links to the Triskelion. Lots of cultures around the world have adapted it, but this one, in the Japanese tradition, is a version of the Triskelion, but it's known as the mitsudumo, which means 3-tomo, and the appearance is 3 comma-like or spiral shapes rotating around a central point, often a circle. The cultural roots is that it's associated with Shinto shrines, particularly those dedicated to the god Hachiman, the protector of warriors. It was frequently used as a samurai crest as well, called the kamon. So it is believed to represent earth, heaven, and humanity, a harmony of cosmic forces, mind, body, spirit, and the cycle of life, the cycle of life, which is birth, death, and rebirth. It's also, in Japanese culture, a protective emblem, and it's believed to offer spiritual protection, ward off evil, and channel divine energy. And then in terms of the martial arts, the mitsudumo appears on drums, used in traditional festivals called teiko, on armor, and even in martial art symbols. So that's cool. I'm glad I looked into that. And isn't it amazing how symbols that we know and have been kind of created through different cultural backgrounds, different generations through our ancestors, there's often correlation between them all. So yeah, so our Hierophant, again, as I mentioned, he's got the Hierophant staff there, he's got the cross keys, he's got the hand gesture, as well as the symbol of the mitsudumo. Here's our lovers, which is gorgeous. I love how her hair just blends into the black night sky. Chariot, look at that. Here's me saying I don't really enjoy the art. I really am enjoying seeing these. We've got cats here. Beautiful strength card. Got the luminous skirt at the top. The Hermit, look at her. I love that green moon against the black sky. The Wheel, beautiful. Justice. And we have the Hanged Man. incredible as well, because it's almost mirror, or kind of like a negative opposite, isn't it? So we've got the in the upright position, we've got a kind of pale sky with a green moon, and that's switched here, and we get green leaves and is it pink? But in bloom anyway. So I like that. Death card. Beautiful. Temperance is lovely because she's part of the water, her reflection. And huge, like a goddess. These are the rocks here and the trees. Deity. Devil. The tower, I love this tower card. This is a beautiful tower card. Coffee, while you enjoy that image. Star. I think this deck will appeal to a lot of people. Judgment. I love the Japanese style structures there. Okay, so that's our majors. And then we'll go into our minors, starting with the cups. Look at the design in the background. It's very detailed artwork, isn't it? But visually, it's beautiful. Our Four of Cups. I love that they're teacups as well, Japanese style. The bowls that you can get them over here. They're usually called matcha cups. So ornate as well, beautiful. Oh, look at that for the 10. Looking out at sunset, all the family under this beautiful tree. That is stunning. Page. So we're keeping a traditional page, knight, queen and king. Look at them together. Oh, the king has a light background. That's interesting. I suppose opposites of night and day. Oh, look how beautiful that Ace of Pentacles is. Gorgeous. Love the 3. The only thing I'd say about the 3 is that looks very sort of like a cathedral, and with the robes, I thought it would probably be more like a Shinto temple or a Buddhist shrine or something. These pentacles are beautiful. There's the 5. You just seem to kind of cross cultures. I think the pentacle suit is just gorgeous. Look at that. It's like an art gallery painting, isn't it? And then we have our wands. Oh, beautiful. They're quite similar, aren't they? Wow, look at that. Look at the flowers over that arch. apologies for the noise in the background. I'll try and put some soft music on to drown it out, but it's a hot day again, so we've got the windows open. Very traditional 8 of Wands here. Would have been nice to see some little, I don't know, Japanese buildings or temples or something on the landscape, just to give it that sort of nod. Yeah, it's a really hot day, so windows are open, and I live in the city, so there's always a hum of city life. The gold colours of the king and queen there, of their clothing. And then our final suit is the sword suit, which, look at that with the flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Oh, look at the 4. I love that. Gone very dark with the swords, haven't we? With all the skulls and bats, and look at that. Love the red sky reflected on the water. The 8 of Swords. 9. It's very traditional to RWS. Look at that pairing. Love. He almost looks like he's made of stone. He looks statuesque. Wow, do you know, I actually enjoyed that more than I thought I would. It took me by surprise. It is beautiful. I think it's mainly because of the colours that are used, as I said, against this dark background. Just the colours really pop, and some of the cards, a lot of the cards, are breathtakingly beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, what's your thoughts of this deck? Is it one that you've got? I know it's not been out long, and there have been other decks, Ukiyo type decks, certainly Japanese inspired decks, but this one is really lovely. So yeah, don't forget to check this deck out over at Oneness Emporium. The link to the shop will be in the description of this video. And as always, at checkout, you can get 10% off using the code HERMITS10 here at the bottom. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching. The next video will be the new version of Old School Tarot. This is the Vivid edition, and they're going to have to knock it out the park for me to ever replace my first edition, which was a small plastic deck with beautiful copper gilt edges. But we will see. This is version 3. I've also got version 2, and out of version 2 and version 1, I still preferred version 1, but I'm open to have my mind changed. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste. And blessed be.